it's Handy Val. Today I'm working on my 1992 Mercedes Benz R129. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the door panel. I'm going to show all steps. I won't leave anything out. I've removed the door panel already on the passenger side. You get to the speaker, the door check, as well as lubricating the power windows. I will show those in separate videos. But now, let's get to the driver's side door panel. To remove the door panel, it helps considerably to have a car panel removal tool set. It's not required, but it certainly makes the job a lot easier. So let's get to it. The first step, what I like to do is always remove the negative from the battery terminal, so all the electricity is off from the car. I mean, you're going to be having the door open for a considerable amount of time. You may drain the battery. So get everything off. Shut it down, take the negative off the battery terminal. First step is, let's take out this chrome piece. 3 screws, quite easy, okay? Alright, so as you get to the very last one, what I like to do, so as you kind of remove it out, okay, I like to sort of place everything on the floor. I've kind of drawn a diagram. I like to take the screws that come from it. I like to use painter's tape, kind of get these screws, tape it to this piece, and kind of just using the diagram again, and no Picasso, that's for sure. We're just going to kind of put that there so we know where it is, so we know where all the parts are coming from. Next step, we're going to take out this plastic piece around the door lock. Again, another very simple piece to do. Into the easy parts first, okay? There are some difficult parts. We're going to kind of remove that out, and again, we're going to use the same sort of technique with the tape and place it on the drawing. We're going to want to remove this triangle piece. Now there's going to be a little push pin that we're going to need to pull out. Now here's where the tool comes in quite handy. You're going to just kind of squeeze yourself in there. You could also do your hands, and there you go. It just kind of comes out, and you're going to lift it out. There's one piece there kind of stuck in there. Again, a very simple piece, and lay that on the ground. We're going to want to take this wood metal piece over here, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to want to lift it up and then push it out. So lift up and then pull out. Lift up and then the door handle. Quite a simple piece, and it kind of just comes out. Okay, you're going to see that there. Pushes in. A couple of push pins, very easy. Put this on. Now we're going to remove, there's a metal piece over here. We're going to want to remove this metal piece. There's a screw. A simple one to take out. You don't want to lose the screw. Make sure it doesn't fall. This piece kind of comes out. You figure a way, get the door handle out of the way. Kind of just squeezes out. And put this on the floor again, not to lose the screw. Next piece, we're going to remove the control unit here. So the way to remove it out, you're going to have to use your tool, get in. You're going to push it out this way, and it should just come out. Try to get it in there, push it in, lift, very easy to come out. And again, now this is going to be connected with a connector, and all you need to do is just squeeze this connector and get it out. Pretty simple to do. There you go. Place this on the ground. Up, we want to get to that bolt over there. We just want to remove it. It's a 10 mil. Okay, got a socket set. Get in there and just remove it. All right, so next up, we're going to want to remove the lock component. Now, from the other side, that's all it is, right? It's kind of a push that's in there, but again, it's not quite not a very simple piece to take out. But you can imagine it's embedded in a piece inside the door handle here. Okay, so this is where your tool kind of comes in handy. You're going to want to kind of come in there, squeeze it in there, and try to yank it out. All right, it's not too bad actually. This one came out fairly easy, and you put that aside. Okay. Next, we're going to open up the glove compartment, and you're going to want to take out this little tiny screw over here. If you could see that right over there. Okay. And this, once you take this piece out, this is just kind of a fancy cover that then gets to, again, you're going to want to put this piece on the ground, and then that gets to a major bolt, okay, or a major screw. And actually that is a screw. Okay, and that's the one that holds the door handle in place. So it's a pretty large one. So we're gonna use. And there you go. Starts to kind of come out. It's a pretty thick one. I'm gonna put that on the ground as well. Okay. Next up now, there's a little compartment in there. If you could sort of see that spot over there, that's a Phillips, and you're gonna want to kind of use. Okay. You want to try to take it out or loosen it up as much as possible. And now on the other side, I wasn't able to take it out, but I did loosen it up, and that was enough. Now I used a flashlight as well. If you're having some difficulty, use a flashlight and ensure that it's completely loose. Next, we're going to take this door light out. Very simple to do. You're going to go from the bottom there, again with your tool. You're going to yank it a little bit. Very simple. Very, very simple. Kind of just comes out. Again, it's got a connector. You're going to want to pull the connector out. Push that in there. Push this aside. All right, so at this point, we effectively have everything out, and the next step now will be to actually start to remove the actual door panel. Okay, now there's going to be a number of push pins along the bottom, and let's have a look. I'm going to show you the other door. All right, so this is what you're going to want to try. This is what we're going to try doing next. We're going to need to remove the door panel, and we're going to use our tool, likely try to find where these push pins are. Now this is the one for the passenger side, but again, just give you an idea, right? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's none on the top. Okay, let's get to it. All right, so you're going to want to get your tool. So there's going to be metal here, the actual door, and you want to get your tool kind of just inside there, okay? And there definitely is a push pin. There you go, one's out. You're going to want to squeeze it around here until you get to the next one. You're going to tell, there's another one here, and you're going to want to push this one out as well. This one's already been removed. There's another one over here. On this side as well, push them out. Now at this point, you're going to see that the whole thing is effectively out, okay? And the trick here now is to kind of grab a hold of the complete door panel. You kind of got to lift it up. So this is this is I would say one of the hardest parts here. But again, you got to use a little bit of muscle, and you got to start to kind of just push it up. You want to not get it jammed here with the door handle, and that's it. Door panel is off. Interesting enough, here's the door lock piece, the vacuum. It kind of just came out by itself, but that's the piece that we're going to need to remember. That's where we connect it. But when we put it back on, I'll show you how to do that. All right, so now with the door panel off, this part of the video is going to come to an end, but this reveals the speakers. You can tell in this case, bad shape, that's why I'm going to remove it. Watch for my other video. I'm going to remove the door lock, the door check, because it makes an extraordinarily rough sound. It sounds like an old beat up pickup truck door that I'm going to replace with a new one. And then as well, these are older cars. This is a 1992. The door mechanism going up and down, yeah, it certainly works, but it could be faster and it could be a bit smoother. So I'm going to lubricate the metal pieces and the grooves that the door panel goes up and down on. All right, so now it's time to put the door panel on. It's pretty simple, but there are a few little tricks I want to show you, okay? So a few things you're going to want to look at when you're putting it back. Make sure the clips are all kind of still in good shape. Now these are, okay, but it's always safe maybe to have a couple of additional clips just in case, they've kind of been squeezed a bit too much and they've lost their clipping power. So I've got a couple of them. And then the other thing you need to be careful about, and it is a real pain, this is probably the biggest pain, is this is the vacuum line for the, for your side pocket here, Now, this needs to be connected to that little tube over here. Now you could sort of pull this tube out, but you can't pull it out too much. Do you see that? Now that's when it may help for you to have a helper. So you got to ensure that we get the vacuum hose line into this rubber nozzle here, okay, into this rubber sort of piece here. So in this case, it wasn't too bad. The only way I could sort of figure out how to do this is if you first try to put this in first, and then be slowly try to get the door back up, okay, without disconnecting it. And at this point, you're gonna want to sort of line it up, ensure you've got it, and in this case, looks like we do have it. We've got this piece coming out. I think at this point now we are kind of ready to, we're going to go by this end over here, ensure that we've got, this thing is lining up properly. Some light there. So it feels like it's lining up properly. You got to make sure that you do get this piece proper, that piece properly done. Looks like we've got it. Looks like we've got the window coming in properly. We've got this thing coming in. I think at this point we're ready to sort of engage the clips. Okay, so engaging the clips. You remember there was a couple of clips on this side. You're just gonna want to bang on it, and you sort of start to hear those clips come into play. A few clips down by this end, a little bit trickier to get to. And you're gonna want to try to bang it in. You know when you got it. It's a clip that's a little bit tight, a little bit difficult. Okay, and you're going to want to sort of just fiddle with it. So at this point, there's something wrong on this side. There you go. So that's now in. That's in. Kind of got it in all around. It's going anywhere. Looks like it's lined up. I'm just trying to see. There's a little bit of give down here. It doesn't look like, and there's one kind of rivet plug over here. It's not, doesn't seem to be engaged. So let's try it again. What I thought, looks like this could be maybe one of the loose ones here. Ended up doing here, and I didn't video this part, so ended up, now it's really engaged. If you could tell beforehand I was having trouble. So I ended up removing the two culprits here, and I replaced them with two new ones, and you could now see that they're completely engaged in there. So let's move on to the next part. So the other parts are pretty simple, right? So in this case, you know, you're going to re-put the pieces here, and I'm going to really show it to you quite quickly. Okay, the piece you're going to want to put in is the control panel for the seat adjustment. So the one thing you're going to want to check, you know, if your light is not working, you know, there's a little bit of a backlight here, you could get to it over here. Okay, this is a good time to actually replace it. All you got to do is just twist it, and the light fixture, the little light bulb kind of comes out. So that's it right there. Okay, in this case, I'll probably give it a little bit of a clean, just with my my pants here. Bulb can get dirty, and then all we're going to do is kind of just going to squeeze it right back in there. Okay, so in this case, if your bulb was not working, go ahead. Now's a good time to actually buy one and get it replaced. I don't know the part number for this. You'll have to figure that out. So in this case, the first thing you're going to want to do is just make sure you get this connector going back in. There's only one way that this is going to go. Very simple from that end. Now engage the back end first, right? So you've got these little clips here. You want to engage the back end first, and then it's kind of gonna be clipped in. Okay, that's all. You can see it there. And pretty straightforward. This one actually did come with some of that thread lock. I didn't put it on. I don't think you have to, but you know, if you do have it handy, might as well put it on. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward to do. This will be the next piece. Okay, only one way to really get this in. This is the piece actually that holds, you know, this controller in place. Okay, you're gonna want to try to squeeze it in. Make sure you don't scratch anything on your way of doing this. The idea is to kind of get that piece right in there, just like that, and then you're going to see that it lines up. Okay, maybe can you see that the way it just lines up there? Pretty straightforward. You're going to use your Phillips screwdriver and tighten that piece. Okay, so next up we're going to get this kind of cover panel. If you recall, it's kind of got the hooks on the top and the clips on the bottom. Okay, so you're going to move this piece out of the way. What you're going to need to do is just squeeze this piece in there. Make sure you do get it properly goes in there. And all you're supposed to do is just clip that in, and that's it. So you heard that clip. It's not going anywhere, and we're done. Next up, little locking pin clip. Make sure you've got it going the right way. I always get a bit confused how this piece goes, but that's not the way it goes. That's the way it goes, okay? And you're just going to push that in there, okay? There you go, you heard that clip. We'll focus our attention on the inside. And if you do recall, there's a couple of screws we're working on. So one is down through that corner there, and then you've got the bigger bolts on this side. Okay, so pretty straightforward. You're going to want to screw that in, and then you're going to want to get the larger bolt piece that goes in there. We'll show you this part. We're going to put the cover on. And it's kind of just pretty straightforward to put on. Next up is the little side light, the door light here. So one thing you probably should do is give this a good clean. Okay, mine was a little dirty, deposits in there and dirt. So certainly my bulb was still working. Now is obviously a good time if you wanted to replace it. In case you want to put the connector back on, there's only one way the connector will go. Okay, but this is the tricky part. Well, this isn't the tricky part, but I'm going to show you what the tricky part is of this. Okay, so you kind of heard that snap in. So now it seems like it's pretty straightforward. You remember, so you sort of see the clip there. It's supposed to kind of go in there. When I was doing this on the other door, it wasn't as completely, it wasn't that straightforward actually. So you kind of want to do that, and you think it's going to kind of want to snap into place, but it doesn't. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is get this, get one of your tools over here, and you can sort of see the metal part. Okay. Little, right, let me take this out one more time. So little metal part in there, and you're going to kind of want to push it in there, and there you go, and that's it. Okay, that's one trick. Otherwise, this thing's never going to go in. Okay, so that's now done. We're almost complete here. Now okay, this piece is kind of a pretty simple piece to put on. Put the screw in there. Faceplate, you're going to want to make sure that everything is kind of clipped in properly. Okay. Okay, that's kind of the way that goes. See that? All right. And then when you're going to kind of put this guy on top of it, see, it's pretty straightforward. Okay. Now the only piece of advice I would give is when you're putting in the screws, I would coat them a bit with some kind of grease. Right. That's it. Just a little bit, because it actually is going into metal. And it could form some rust. Okay. Okay, you're gonna want to tighten these. Okay, and then that takes us to the final part, which is the little triangle piece. Okay, so again, pretty straightforward. Just remember, this little piece is supposed to dab in there. This little extension is kind of supposed to go in there, and it should kind of just be one of those pieces. And once you've got it in properly, you've got it. All you got to do is bang it into place. Give it a tight little pull, see if it kind of comes loose. In this case, it doesn't. Looks like we're done. So thanks everyone. Thanks for watching Handy Val. Hopefully this video showed you how to remove a door panel, put the door panel back on, and do whatever you need to do behind the door panel. Whether or not it was fixing a speaker or fixing your power windows or whatnot. Thanks, and hopefully you could watch some of my other videos there on how to improve your R129. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.